Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to join us. My name is Rita. I'm honored to be the host of today's live streaming. Now let's introduce our streamer today, Miss Tessie. Tessie, Key Account Manager, Professional Market, Europe, Latin America, and North America. Professional Products, Wearmesh, Roofing Sheet, and Fasteners. Winner Best Sales Award 2018 and 2019. Winner Best Customer Service Award 2019 and 2020. Winner Best Success Expert Award of 2018, 2019, and 2020. Now, Tessie, please.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to join our live streaming. My name is Tessie. I'm happy to have a wonderful time with you today.
Today, our live streaming will have three parts: the company introduction, product show, and the flash sale activity.
Our main products are fasteners, including both nuts and washers. Please stay tuned. We will have a big flash sale activities after product show.
Okay, now let's move to the first part.
Okay, first let's together to watch our company video.
Okay.
China is the iron and steel industrial center of the world, and Hebei is the iron and steel industrial center of China. Hebei Sinostar, one of the top 10 building material exporters in Hebei, has been adhering conservatively to its overall business philosophy of quality, service, honesty, specialty, and innovation since establishment. All our employees devote enormous time and energy to meet the need of the market, steadily boosting the corporate sales. We are committed to provide one-stop building materials, sourcing solutions for overseas buyers. We mainly deal in roofing sheets, metal pipes, fittings and valves, wire and mesh, metal fence, iron art, fastener and screw, home DIY decoration, and other steel products. We now work with more than 500 selected and inspected mills of A level to provide our customers with low-cost guarantee. We also maintain long-term cooperation with world-famous contractors, wholesalers, and home centers. Hebei Sinostar has 6 complete management systems: CMS, or Commodity Management System, QMS, Quality Management System, PMS, the Pricing Management System, LMS, Logistic Management System, FMS, Financing Management System, and ASS, After Sales Service System. We inspect and supervise the whole process of production, from mill sourcing, order placing, raw materials, manufacturing, packaging, and warehousing till container loading, so as to continuously provide our customers with products and services of high quality. We have our own logistics department and freight forwarder that are responsible for the last mile logistics, providing DDP destination customs clearance and third-party logistics services for overseas buyers. Hebei Sinostar is proud of its young, professional, and well-trained team with great passion and creativity. Together with the efforts of all members of our group, we believe that Hebei Sinostar will soon become a flagship of Hebei foreign trade industry.
Okay, now let's back to our live streaming.
Okay, Tessie, it's a very nice video.
Yes, very good.
We get to know a lot about Hebei Sinostar from this video.
Yes.
Now let's talk more. What's the advantage of Hebei Sinostar?
We provide one-stop building material sourcing solutions, and our main products including roofing sheets, metal pipes, wire and mesh, fins and gauge, fittings and valves, fastener and screw, iron art, scaffolding, stainless steel, aluminum service, and other steel products. You can easily buy whatever and here to save time, and that's why many big importers and home centers have long-time cooperation with us over 10 years.
Okay, Tessie, we have so many different products.
Yeah.
And how can we ensure the competitive price?
Yeah, okay, Rita. We have mature supply chain and currently work with more than 500 selected and inspected mills, which enable us to provide the most competitive price for each buyer's order. For example, Rita, we receive order of 1,700 tons black pepper last December. According to advantage of different mills, we arrange the production in 13 mills. It ensures that each size is the lowest and it cannot be done by the specific factory itself.
Okay, sounds very good.
Yeah.
And another important question, how to guarantee the quality and delivery time?
Okay, our customer can rely on our service of inspection. We set up a well-trained quality control team, and our QC will follow up every step of manufacturing process and ensure the quality, quantity, packing, and delivery time are in conformity with our buyer's order and relate to international standards.
Okay, whether the inspection is same as the third-party inspection?
Yes, similar. After inspection, we will do an inspection report just like the third-party agency sent to customer. Here I can show our inspection report to more clear to our customer. Yeah. Okay, we can see here is our sample of the inspection report, and for our inspection report, mainly divided into 4 parts. And the first is just you can see the first page is a brief introduction. Yeah, like the inspection report, the sales contract number, and also the description of the goods. For this inspection report, the products is hex screws, nuts, and washers. Yeah, it's a brief introduction. Okay, now let's introduce the first part. The first part is the cargo warehousing and the surface vision pictures. And on this part, our QC will put the just like this one. This is finished packing pictures of the pallet, and this is the inner pallet and of the surface vision pictures. Yeah, just to show the finished packing situation to our customer. Yeah, you can see here. This is the second part, and the second part of the inspection report just like the products test the size. Yeah, main different for all items and all different size. We must to show the inspection pictures to our customer. You can see the first page is the hex screw, and the size is M4 by the 1.25 thread pitch, and the length is 17 millimeter. And the material is 316 is the stainless material. And we can see this is we open the packing, the inner box, and this is the test picture of the head of thickness. Yeah, this is the diameter and also the cross width. And this is the length, and also for this is the label on the carton. Okay, now let's go to the next page. That is the different products is for the hex notch. And for this size is M4 by 1.25, and this is a thread pitch, and also the material, also the stainless 316. This is the pictures open box, and the inner can see the surface vision of the nuts, and this is the nut thickness. Yeah, across width and inner diameter, and you can see this is a label marks on the nut surface. We can see this is A4, that's the 17, and that is the 316 grade. It's the same with the 316, and this is the AYA is our labels. And also we can see this is the carton labels. Yeah, and another page we can see there is the different products of the washers. Yeah, for this washer also same the stainless, and then we can see this is the washer thickness, and also inner diameter, out diameter, and also this is the same out diameter pictures. And then when we open cartons, the 6 box this in the one carton, and this is the labels. Yeah, and now this is the total of this inspection report products. Now we will show the totally the inspection pictures and post into the second part and show our customer. Okay, now let's introduce the third part. The third part is our container loading pictures, and on this part, we will put the loading pictures of the process to show the process. You can see there's open containers to inspect the container situation before we loading. Yeah, whether how the destroy. Yeah, to show our customer it's no problem. After inspection, we will allow the container. You can see this is the middle process. This is also pictures, and this is after loading. We will take the pictures of the half open and closed, and this is the cells. To show our customer and more clearly. Okay. The last part is that's a sum up of our total inspection reports. And on this part, we will show to our customer can see the storage as a warehouse and the surface weighting is good order and condition. The packing with pallet and the dimension is complied with the order request. And who is the survivor and the reviver. And this date is our inspection or investigation date. Also maybe sometimes it's our loading container days. Just as overflow of the inspection report. Okay, I think from this information, I think it's very clear for our customer to show our inspection report and more details products to our customer. It's very more relaxed for the quality of the goods.
I think my customer will like this inspection report. It's very helpful.
Yes, of course, and also can help our customers to save the inspection charges.
Okay, very good. And then I say let's move to the next part.
Okay.
The product introduction. Today's live streaming focus on the Europe, Latin America, and North American market. The main products are both nuts and washer. And finally, we'll have a flash sale activity.
Okay, first let's together to watch our production video.
Okay.
Nuts and bolts are made from what's called steel wire rod. After spending up to 30 hours in a furnace to soften it enough to be worked, the wire rod goes into a bath of sulfuric acid to remove any rust particles. It's rinsed in water, then coated with phosphate, a chemical compound. This prevents the steel from rusting before the bolt forming begins and lubricates the steel to make forming easier. They form the bolts by cold forging, shaping the steel at room temperature by forcing it through various dies at high pressure. The forming machine first straightens the wire rod, then cuts it into pieces slightly longer than the bolt length. The extra will become the bolt head. Each piece goes through a die that makes it perfectly round, then through a series of dies that progressively shape the head of the bolt on one end. The machine heads up to 300 bolts per minute. Here's what the heading stages look like in slow motion. This die creates a slight collar. The next one turns it into a round head. Then the last die transforms that into a hexagonal head, the most common shape. Next, the machine forms the opposite end of the bolt. A tool called the pointer shapes the bottom of each bolt, creating what's called the chamfer, the part the nut catches onto. Here's the bolt before and after the chamfer. The bolt needs threads to enable the nut to screw onto it. Once again, they use the cold forging method. High-pressure rollers press in the thread pattern, as we see here in slow motion. This is the actual speed, up to 300 bolts per minute. During each production run, they take several samples to verify dimensions. They use various measuring devices, a micrometer to check the bolt's length, calipers to measure the width of the head, and a ring gauge to check the threads. To make the nuts, they use a process called hot forging. They cut steel bars into small pieces known as slugs, then heat them to 1200 degrees Celsius to make them malleable. As we see here in slow motion, hydraulic hammers punch the slugs into hexagons, while a die pierces the hole. Then a tool called a tapper drives into the hole to cut the threads. That black liquid is a lubricant oil to minimize the wear and tear on the tappers. The nuts and bolts now go into an oven at 870 degrees Celsius for about an hour. This gives them the required strength. Then a rapid cooling in oil for 5 minutes solidifies the steel's internal structure. By now, the steel is hard but brittle, so they heat the nuts and bolts for another hour. This removes their brittleness, yet maintains their strength. The quality control team pulls samples off the line, measuring how much force it takes to break them. If a bolt meets its minimum strength requirement, it passes inspection, provided the break occurred in the threading, the weakest part. Finally, packaging, labeled among other things by size and grade.
Okay, now let's back to our last streaming.
Okay, let's see. I think many customers have known the production process of both the nuts with video.
Yeah, it's very clear to show our customers the process of the manufacturing.
Okay, and then let's move to the next step.
Okay.
We can see we have some samples on the table. Could you introduce to us?
Yes, of course. Today we will introduce to our customers the main products is fasteners, including for this the bolts and for the nuts and the washers for this type. And today we will mainly to introduce the hex bolts and hex nuts because the shape is hexagonal for the bolts head and also for the nuts also the hexagonal. And the washers we will have the two types. One is the plain washer, and we also call it the flat washer. And now we will introduce the spring lock washer, so to call it pressure washer.
Okay. Are there bolts, nuts, and washers all standard parts?
Yes, we have two types. We have the standard parts, and also we have the non-standard parts. Also, we call it special standard. Yeah.
Okay.
For the standard parts, our customer need to provide the most, just like the standard number. Yeah, and also the specifications of the size, yes, and length, and also the material, which material we wanted, the carbon steel or the stainless steel, and also we will supply just like the surface treatment, which kind we wanted the surface treatment, and the packing and grade, and then we can quote the price to our customer. And for the standard, special standard, except for the I mentioned items, our customer also need to provide the data joins is more better.
Okay. And what's the common international standards?
The most common standard in the world have many different, just like the most common one is DIN. Yeah, it's Germany standard.
Yeah.
And also have the ISO and the ANSI is the American standard. And also GIS and the GB is GIS Germany standard and the GB is Chinese standard is very popular. And the most popular is just like the DIN and the ANSI standard.
Okay. And then about the bolts, what's the main material of the bolts?
Yeah, the material have many different, have the just like this one. This is a carbon steel, and we also have the stainless, and the copper, and the aluminum. Yeah, different materials. But the most popular is just like in the application is the carbon steel. Is very popular. And for the carbon steel, we have different grades like the low carbon steel, yeah, medium carbon steel, and high carbon steel.
Okay.
Yeah. Also for the stainless type, we have different, and the stainless type is very popular. It's just the 304 and the 316. Just like this one is 316 material.
Okay. Okay. So many different materials.
Yeah.
Okay. And how can our customers clearly express their specifications?
Okay. Maybe we can show these specifications from these examples.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see here. This example is the full name written by our guest. Yeah, we can see this is M4-0.7 by 8. Yeah, and then what's the meaning of the three numbers? Now let's introduce to our customer. And the 4 means that the outside diameter. Yeah, maybe the body diameter is 4 millimeter, and the 0.7 means is the thread pitch is 0.7 millimeter.
Okay.
And also we can see the 8 means that the body length is 8 millimeter, and this is the meaning of this specifications And it's very full name and always or generally maybe our customer can not write the thread base pitch just 4 by 8 is also okay for us. Yeah, but you need to provide the standards to us to check the thread pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. My customers have known how to express their specification.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we all know there are many different grades in one standard. How to distinguish their grade?
Normally for the grade we marked on the bolt head, we can see here. Yeah, for
8 by 8.
Yeah, for this bolt, the grade is 8.8 grade.
Yeah.
And then we also have the different marking on it. We can see for this bolt, this is the 3 dash on it and 3 bar. And then this is a different grade marking and it's American grade. And grade 5, yeah, and for this grade, this is 8.8. Yeah. Because for the Germany standard is very, very popular in our dairy type. So for this, let's introduce for this one. And for the carbon steel, normally we will introduce divided into just like 4.8, 5.8, 6.8, and also like this one 8.8, 10.9, 12.9. And the last are corresponding for the grade 4, 6, and also 8, 10, and 12. And the different grades have different applications. And then honorary and generally we will call it the divide from this and distinguish from different grade. And if the grade below 8.8 level, just like 4.8, 6.8, and 5.8, yeah, we call it common both. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if the grade above the 8.8 and also including this one, like the 10.9 and 12.9, we call it high strength balls. For the high strength balls, we have different manufacturing process, and we need the heat treated and oil or water quenched, and so the price is a little more higher. Yeah.
And then we can see we have some samples on the table, and their surface color are different.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between them? Please show us.
Okay, now let's introduce from this one.
Okay.
If firstly we can show this and can see this type to our customer. This is different, and for this type with surface treatment, we call it plain surface, and this is not do any other surface treatment, just the dry one and materials. No any other treatment, and maybe just to oil to anti-rust. Yeah, this is we call it plain surface. And also compare with this type. You can see the difference. And this is the raw color, and for this is the white thin color. And this type is very popular. We call it thin plated, white thin plated, because the galvanized color is white. And compare with the white one, yeah, you can see here. It's different zinc plated as we have the yellow color, we call it yellow zinc plated. Yeah. And compare with this one, you can see here. For this type, yeah, we will more closely with white zinc plated and blue zinc, white zinc plated. It's a very small difference. And very popular like this type. The black color, and we call it black oxidation. Yeah, it's also very popular surface treatment. And we also have this type.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the different color. Yeah,
the color is a little bit white.
Yes, and this one we call it hot dip galvanized. Yeah, hot dip galvanized for this type. Compared with this one, this galvanizing about 3 to 5 mm, and for this one we have very higher zinc coating, and normally we can do the 300 grams to 500. And more higher is okay from the different requirements for our customers. So the spray test. Yeah, if you have the more higher requirements, please to show us, and also we can do zinc coating for the hot dip galvanized.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the most popular in the inquiry and from our customer. Yeah.
Okay. And then let's talk about the washer. As we said before, we have two kinds of washers. What's the difference between them?
Yeah. Today we will introduce the two types of the washers. And just like this one is plain washer, also we call it flat washer. And then this one is different.
Okay.
This one is different. Have a cutting on the surface. We call it spring lock washer. Also we call it pressure washer.
Okay.
Yeah. First, we will introduce the plane washer, and the main job of the plane washer is just to between the bolts and the nuts. You can see here, if you use like this, it's between the bolts and nuts, which increasing the surface area of connected parts.
Okay.
Yeah, and reducing the pressure per unit area and protecting the surface area from being damaged. Yeah, and from another type of this type is ring lock washer. It's also between the general application is just between this one, between the washers, plane washer and the bolt. Yeah,
Okay.
it can prevent the last from loosen. A different useful. It help the more if the increase the looseness. If you have loosen, we can prevent the looseness.
Okay. Okay. Different types for different purpose.
Yes.
Okay. And then I say the last question, what's the common packing of the fastener products?
Yeah, for the packing of the fasteners, normally we will do the packing from our customers' requirements. Yeah, the most common one, just like the cartons and with pallets and 25 kilograms or 20 kilograms cartons and with pallets. Yeah, and also we have very, very many home center customers and wholesaler customers. They want the small box. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's okay, no problem. And now we can see we have the two different samples. We can see this is our AYA labels. Yeah, this is our company's labels carton for small box. And also we have this type. It's a different for the type for the home center customers is a plastic small box. Yeah, for retailer is more good for the retailer type. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Daisy. Thanks for giving us detailed introduction.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, and then let's move to the next part. It will be most of interest to our customers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say what's the flash sale activities in your live streaming today?
Okay, today in our live streaming, our customer can get 3% discount for total size, including our both nuts and washers. If you are interested on the both nuts and washers, please leave your message and our customer service will contact you soon.
Okay, 3% discount is a really big discount in our live streaming today in the content fair.
Yes.
Please take this chance. If you want to book order, please contact our customer service as soon as possible.
Yes, please take this chance to contact our customer service.
Okay, please take this chance. Okay, that's it. Until now, our live streaming will finish.
Yes, thanks for watching our live streaming.
Thanks for our support, and now we can see many customers are contacting us.
If you have any other questions, please initiate one-to-one meeting. We are waiting for you.
Welcome to Hebei Sendo Style live streaming at Chan time 8:30 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow we also have many flash sale activities on both nuts and washer, and we'll have many big flash sale activities. You can scan our WeChat QR code. We'll answer any question for you immediately.
Friends who not contact our live streaming, please reverse back and watch our reply.
Okay.
Thanks for everyone. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. 可以的放下来。